Hey guys, and welcome back to my Let's Play of The Simpsons Hit and Run for the PlayStation 2. In the last episode, Kang and Kodos revealed their true plan. In order to boost the ratings of foolish Earthlings, they've drained the evil Buzz Cola into Springfield's water source, and as such, we've been informed that zombies are rising from the graves to devour the living. And their ratings will rise. And so, Halloween approaches very conveniently. This is all taking place on Halloween, so I decided to change the clock on my PS2 to October 31st, even though I am recording this on September the 5th. I've changed the clock on the PS2 because what that does for certain dates is it changes the appearance of the main menu. I think you can do this for Thanksgiving, you can do this for Christmas, I don't know if there's a New Year one. And this is Halloween. If it's Christmas, Homer I think dresses up as Santa Claus, so Simpsons Road Rage did something like this as well. But I've waffled on long enough. Let us finally end this. Almost. Because on October the 31st, aliens invade Springfield. Evil Cola causes dead to rise from grave. Local brain wholesaler, on the other hand, reports a surge in business. And of course, it's Dr. Nick. So, for the final level of the game, we are once again in the Evergreen Terrace section of Springfield. We're in control of Homer, just like level 1. But this time, things look a little bit different. Everything's looking a bit spookier. For some reason that's not activating. There's a skeleton on our settee. That's what I'm going to call it. They can call it a sofa or a couch all they want. But there is a skeleton on our settee. I'm guessing it's supposed to represent Homer. Grandpa meanwhile is walking into walls and we can activate that gag. I don't know why it didn't work the first time. Lisa, I blame you. Yeah, everything is now in a rather Halloween sort of setting. Springfield really goes out of their way to emphasize that it's Halloween. Despite the fact that there is a zombie apocalypse, don't worry, that guy is not running towards me to devour my brain. The zombies mean nothing. They're simply just the regular pedestrians. You can even kick them and that for some reason causes the police, who I'm convinced are zombies. But yeah, almost everything has been redesigned. I don't know what happens to the trees. Do they literally set fire to the trees just for Halloween decorations? That's what it looks like. All the trees are dying, ghosts, pumpkins. And it's probably done because the main villains are Kang and Kodos, who appear in all of the Treehouse of Horror episodes. They appear in every single one. It's rare that they appear in a different one. There isn't Halloween, and they did appear in that pointless Gump Roast episode. And of course there was the guest who came to be dinner or something, whatever its name was. That stupid episode. I thought it was stupid from like season 27 or 26, where they went to Kang and Kodos' home planet, but it was as though the episode never happened. And because everything is Halloween, we have all sorts of Treehouse of Horror references now. Not only do we have all our collector cards, but while some things remain unchanged, a number of things have been altered. Firstly, we have Bart's bed. It's not Treehouse of Horror, because it was from Lisa's first word, but I think it was Lisa's first word anyway. And we have the creepy clown bed that Homer made. I know you like clowns, so I brought you this bed. Now you can laugh yourself to sleep. Oh, Homer. So, yeah. If you shall die before you wake. Can't sleep. Clown will eat me. I actually need to go in because that clown, the bed should be a gag. There we go. Sounds a bit different, but I don't remember this thing actually being alive. Last I checked, it was just Bart's imagination. It turns out it was real. We never do find out what happens to that bed either. It reappeared many years later in another flashback episode. But we never do find out what happened to the bed. Or that Bart was able to eventually sleep. Like, can't sleep, Clown will eat me. Can't sleep. Clown will eat me. This level was probably done simply because it was Kang and Kodos as the main villains. Which sadly the Simpsons game does not do, but I guess they thought they didn't want it to be a bit too repetitive, I guess, maybe. But at the very least there's actually a conclusion to this. Spoiler warning, there's no conclusion to the alien invasion. We just assume God fixed everything without us actually seeing it. We got our evil Krusty doll from Treehouse of Horror 2. One thing to remember about the Treehouse of Horrors is that because they didn't debut until Season 2, the number for the Treehouse of Horror episode will always be one below the season. And you got this on the wall. Now I can't hear it, but usually you can hear like a load of voices in these walls. But for some reason they're not playing, and we got written all over it, no TV and no beer make Homer something something. Go crazy? Don't mind if I do! Give me the butt, Marge! Give me the butt! Give me the butt! Give me the butt! Scared it, didn't I? And then he falls down the stairs. You can stay here and so you're not crazy. Chili would be good tonight. We all know Homer likes chili. Flanders, why has he got this thing here? That I can't grab. Thank you. Oh, we got our soul donut from Treehouse of Horror 4. From the Devil and Homer Simpson. Actually, it's the Krusty Doll Treehouse of Horror... No, that was Treehouse of Horror 3. Not Treehouse of Horror 2. So I think it was story Bart told. That was Treehouse of Horror 3. Treehouse of Horror 2, as far as I'm aware, is the only one where none of the episodes actually have names. I don't know, I never noticed Chief Wiggum's actually outside. Wait a minute. Okay, I was thinking, did we still hear Chief Wiggum? No, it's Ralph who speaks through there. Got Chief Wiggum here. And for some reason, in certain areas, when you stand still in certain places, like the camera zoomed in or something like that, the ground tends to shift left and right. And I don't know why it does that. I assume it's done on purpose, but I don't know what it's supposed to be for. It's very unusual little graphical detail. Grab as many coins as you can. You need them. You only need to buy one thing in this level, but being the last level, everything gets ridiculously expensive. You're going to be spending over 2,000 coins on vehicles alone. I am not kidding. Let alone the fact that you've also got the 3 most expensive costumes in the game. You are going to need that time trial race, and you are going to need it a lot. And there's every now and then you'll see a witch flying in the sky like that. I don't know if it's supposed to be the Marge witch or something like that, but you have witches floating in the sky. All the cars are spooky cars. Got witch motorcycles, skeletons in these wooden things, ghost pirate ships that actually do make it like a brr brr as their horn. And there's these weird black cars. There doesn't seem to be... There's one. These have unusual horns when you get into one of these things. I'm not sure what they're supposed to be. I think it's a hearse of some description. He's got... His backlights are purple. So organ sound. Anyway, let's actually go places. So we've seen everything around here before. This is our 3rd time going through this. The level is smaller though. Oh hey Bumblebee Man. Is that how you dress up for Halloween? Of course it is. The only pedestrians to come across, except for major Simpson characters or recurring Simpson characters, will be zombies. Even the street races are now done by zombies. I don't know where Milhouse, Nelson and Ralph are, but even the street races are now done by zombies. Lard Lad Donuts. Come for the lard, stay for the sugar. I think that was the same sign, but now the picture is different. What was this like when he was came to life in Treehouse of Horror 6? I remember the Treehouse of Horror episodes, but I never actually remember the actual names for the parts. I don't remember what that one was. It was something like Attack of the 50-Foot Donut, I think it was. Like the going for the attack of the 50-foot. Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, I think it was. That sounds right. And Lard Lad isn't running around. None of the mascots are, but he is moving this time. It's not just like a still statue. He does move around. Like his head moves around, his arm moves around, his eyes glow. Wasn't there a time traveling toaster from Treehouse of Horror 5? Wasn't there a collector card there, another one? Oh, hey there. Get to you in a minute, Smithers. So every now and then you can still come across just people inside in like Halloween costumes. They don't seem to be all that concerned that there are zombies running around. But the zombies are really no threat. I mean, the first mission, which we'll be getting to later, is all about survival. We're about preparing to survive a zombie apocalypse. Only with less violence than The Walking Dead. But the actual zombies don't mean anything. They're no different than regular pedestrians. The ones you can talk to, which are the 3 that are doing the races, as well as they're also in the place of Patty and Selma. I think I can't really tell the difference. Ha ha ha. But yeah, they don't really say much. They'll do a few grunts. They're clearly. I mean, I don't know. I haven't read it to confirm it, but I'm pretty sure they're voiced by Homer's voice actor, whose surname I can never remember because it's enormous, like Dan Castellaneta or something like that. You know, they sound just like Homer. You just gotta hear them say something like "Brrr," which one of them does when you finish a race. Other times they generally just say "brains" or something like that. Or, I think the most that we get from a sentence is simply "sounds like deal," and that's about it. Gags are pretty much all the same. And Bart's bed's a bit different because we only have half a level this time, but the rich area of Springfield didn't really have any gags in it to begin with. The only one we had in level 4 was the one in Burns' mansion. The Quickie Mart looks a bit different. Kearney and Jimbo are robbing the place. Apu doesn't seem to notice somehow. This is still here. I still don't know what he says. We have our squishy machine. We still talk to Apu. The music in here is different though. I think it's still Indian music, but it's more of a spooky kind of Indian music now. Jasper's still here, even though we run in. I'm sure he's like one of the people we can run into every now and then. And we have our 3 costumes. I don't know why I didn't show these off in Bart's room, and of course they're spooky based. Though actually one of them isn't from Treehouse of Horror. So we have Homer Dirty, and I'm not sure which one this is or which part it is. I know it's like Homer, are you going out as a bum again? Go out where? No, he's just dressed like this for no reason. But I think that's what episode it is. I think that's what it's based off of, but I don't remember which episode it is. However, by the power of editing, you will see it somewhere on the screen. I am evil Homer. I am evil Homer. Who I believe has appeared in 2 episodes. Yeah, it was in Marge in Chains, and there was another one that it appeared in. Never appeared in a Treehouse of Horror though, which is weird. And we have Donut Homer from The Devil and Homer Simpson in Treehouse of Horror 4. He looks really weird. Obviously, he eats himself. Homer, stop picking at it. Oh, but I'm so sweet and tasty. Well, I better go to work. Dad, don't go outside. Why not? Don't worry, boys. He's gonna come out there sometime. And Quickie Mart's been renamed to the Spooky Mart. Where's my car? It's over here. Actually, I say that, I don't actually need my car for this mission. It's another on-foot mission. Another one that really likes to mislead you as well. Where's the screen going?
Mr. Smithers, can you help me out? There's some scary, weird, godless, fascinating stuff going on.
Not now, Simpson. Mr. Burns wants me to run some errands, but I have a brunch date. You know how it is.
Whatever, just give me the mission.
And the weird thing is, despite being the final bonus mission, this one is actually really easy. They do try and trick you a little bit at one point, but that's all they do. Flaming tires, which is odd because we don't go anywhere near the tire fire. Help Smithers find the items for Mr. Burns before time runs out. So they don't actually tell you where it is, but that's what the radar is for. So we gotta find Mr. Burns' sock garters, whatever that is. Once the camera works, so I can get on top of the duff truck. Thank you. And just return to Mr. Smithers. Simple as that.
Here you go, Mr. Smithers.
Oh, thank God. His socks have been pooling around his ankles for days. And this is his favorite brand, Alan Quartermain's Keep-em-Ups.
What next?
Gotta run. Literally run. Car, get out of my way. Oh, I always get muddled up with the placement of this one. And don't bother with that. You honestly don't need a vehicle for this mission. I just always forget that it's on there. I think I do that every time. I think it's on the Lard Lads. But I think it's actually the next object that's on the Lard Lads. Let's try this again. Yeah, there's only 3 items you need to find. You just got to return to Mr. Smithers every single time you do it. But other than that, it's very simple. This way, Homer. Past the fire engine. Not quite gonna make it. This time? Oh, yeah. I'll get that car later. That object is so much further away. Why does it give you 10 seconds less to grab it? God, Jesus Christ.
Doc Wonderstein's tooth powder.
Thanks, Simpson. Mr. Burns doesn't have teeth anymore, but it makes him feel young when I rub this on his gums. Things we do for love.
Uh-huh. Gross. What next?
And yeah, look how much time it gives you for this one. What's going on with that camera? This is the one where it tricks you a bit, because the arrows send you like in a completely different direction. But this is where you actually need to make use of your radar. So on top of our lads, so you could potentially get that and the collector card at the same time. However, get off of that. You are not a candy wrapper caught in an updraft. See, the second one is by far the hardest. I don't know why they had to make it so challenging.
What does he need this for?
Mr. Burns likes to vote exercise every morning. It keeps his muscles from falling off the bone.
Great. Gotta go. Everyone sucks but me.
So ignore anything you heard me say earlier. You definitely need that. You definitely need a car for that second one. But that is an incredibly strict time limit for that second one. You're barely going to make that. The only reason I actually made it then was because Smithers was actually on the really right next to my car where it spawns in when you restart the mission. But we've unlocked Mr. Burns' limo. So Smithers was here, where that zombie is, and my car was here. And that was the only reason I actually made it. You saw how close it was. Yeah, forget what I said. It's because I said it's the easiest one, isn't it? That's what it is. It's because I said it's the easiest one, so it did all in its power to make it the hardest. Forget that. It's all because of that second object. Anyway, here's our final secret car. Surprisingly, we can get in it. I don't know how we can get in it, but yeah. Little remote control car that's going backwards when I'm holding X. Control, well, it's a bit like a Formula 1 car, which is odd because, spoiler warning, there's a Formula 1 car in this level. And here is something that I've never understood about level 6, because for level 7, and level 7 only, we can actually replay the bonus mission. It's the only level in the entire game where you can do this. You still can't select it from the mission select, and I'm not even sure if this thing will be available if you re-enter the level. But for some reason after completing it, you can still play it. You can still see it on the radar and everything. Which is really weird. But yeah, let's get my regular car back. You know, actually, let's see. Can I do the time trial race with that car? Let's ask the zombie man, shall we?
Hey, zombie! They have you working at the DMV now? Brains! Thank you. I do have nice brains.
What brains? Yeah, since the zombies are running the races now. All they say on the countdown is brains. I don't think I've ever attempted to do this race with this car. Let's see if it's possible, though I don't know what impact that spin out would have just caused. It's probably not fast enough. It's not the fastest thing in the game. Okay. For some reason when I landed I completely stopped. Yeah, this is going to be near enough to what we need. I want to try and cut as many corners as you can. This isn't a massively quick car. I'm stuck on nothing. What am I stuck on? I wasn't even touching the sign. Anyway, let's try that again. Only this time with my regular car. Actually, Gil's here. So these are the two most expensive cars in the game at 1,000 coins. We have the hover bike. As you can see, it is super fast. It has great acceleration and pretty good handling, but it's very weak. I believe we saw Professor Frink driving this in one episode. I'm not sure which episode that was. And we have the hearse, which, despite its appearance, is actually this level's police car. So if you get hit and run, this is what will come after you. Very high speed, very high acceleration, good toughness, good handling, probably the best car in the game. So, let's get it now. I mean, we've still got a fair bit of the level left to explore, so I can probably get enough coins to get all of the cars. Because we still have our plot car, but we don't have enough to get all of our costumes. So, we'll see how much I have left for the zombie car later on, but I might actually get the costume. It's still sirens on this thing, by the way. I'll probably get a costume rather than the hover bike. The hover bike's really not that impressive. It's not even, despite 5 stars of speed, there is one car in the game that's actually faster, and I'm not talking about the rocket car from level 1. There is one car we can get, which, as you could probably guess by this point, is the one we get for completing all 3 races. It's the fastest car in the game. And even that's not the best car. This is probably the best one. This one is fast, and it's tough. Yeah, it's not the toughest, but it's tough. And it's very rare that you come across a car that is both strong and fast. As you can see though, it's already smoking. Ooh, can cutting that corner make up for it? I think it can. Sounds like the guy who just goes, yes? Like, He's also missing the top of his head. No wonder he needs a brain. Oh, well, hey there. But yeah, we can't go into the rich area of Springfield here. It's completely cut off. There's no way to get to it. So instead, we only... Well, firstly, let's bring up the matter of the time trial race, the wager race. It's actually not a lap, it's just point to point. You cannot lap this level, because only half the level exists. It's barricaded off at both ends. You can't drive through the power plant. There's just one small room in the power plant that your car can go into. Other than that, it's not there. There's no way to get into Homer's office or anything like that. It's completely cut off here. With KZM... I'm not sure what that says. Hang on a second. You need to die now. You and your last few brethren finally end this show. It's no wonder that the ratings for Foolish Earthlings are going down. There's no cameras to film them. Fortunately, the camera's not going to work with me here. There we go. KZMBFM. I get that's zombie, but I'm not sure what the K is for. The All Zombie Radio. They've even able to change the colour of the mountains. And of course, the most noticeable thing here, outside of the completely newly looking Springfield Elementary, how do they do all this in one night? But yeah, Springfield Elementary is now the School of Wizardry from Treehouse of Horror 11. Which again, I don't remember the name of the part of, but it doesn't matter. Mr. Burns is not Lord Montemore. There's no actual wizards here. We can't turn Bart's head into a blimp. We can't turn the clock back. And sadly, there's no amnesia dust. Yeah, the school is looking quite different now. That's actually a tricky jump to make there. But by far the most noticeable thing about this area, or the level in general, is the massive alien spaceship that's inside the school playground. I don't know why Karen Coders decided to stay above the school playground with the tractor beam always active. There's really no reason for them to be for it to be here. And definitely no reason for it to always have its tractor beam on, which only works on cars. It does not pull up humans at all. It only pulls up cars, which is even stranger. And it's unfortunately their weakness, because I can tell you right now, 4 of the 7 missions in this level, not counting the bonus mission, if you do, that's half of the missions are the exact same thing. And it all involves that. And we got our human cookbook, which despite the image there is not how to cook humans. Hello, massive spider. It's how to cook for 40 humans. For some reason the sound effects aren't working there. Usually when you stand inside that garage that I was at earlier, and on top of that bus, you can normally hear like the kids at Springfield Elementary, including Bart and Lisa, but it's like a really echoey voice, and everything is made, all their clips are like a lot longer. They're really a lot longer, always overlapping each other. It sounds really creepy. And you can listen to Willie inside his shack. So these two races are quite close to each other. I believe this is our circuit race. For that, we've got a couple of gags inside the school. Nothing there. We got that. Willie's on fire. He's gonna come back and haunt our children in their dreams from Nightmare on Evergreen Terrace in Treehouse of Horror 6. Treehouse of Horror, like the regular episodes, have definitely seen a decline in quality. They are pretty bad now. It's sad to say because I love the older Treehouse of Horror so much.
Okay, Living Dead, let's do this and get back to trying to kill each other.
Sounds like plan.
Yeah, considering that the dialogue never changes when you talk to them. Oh, this is the checkpoint race. Oh. I'm not sure how far this goes. But, yeah, because you can talk to them in any order, the church has been burnt down. Whoa! Because you can do the races in any order, Homer's reaction to that to the time trial race, somebody's like, "Hey, zombie, they got you working at the DMV now?" Seems kind of out of place. If he's like the second or even the last race you do. And yeah, because there's no other character that appears, because it's the last level. Oh no! We're simply racing against regular street cars. Whoa! That one suddenly shot forwards. The black car, I believe, is your main opponent. The others are fine. And exclusive to level 7, we can cut through this part of the graveyard. That is a level 7 exclusive, and it looks like this race takes place across the entire level. So we still have access to the poor part of Springfield. And I'm hoping that's not going to do in the race for me. Come on. Looks like they're stuck on something. Nope. That one can teleport. As it turns out, that is a teleporting car. Can't they see I'm the police? When we saw the police, he was standing outside his house. S-M-R-T. I mean, S-M-A-R-T. Actually, a fun fact. That was actually a recording mistake. What are you doing here? Okay, well they made a little mess up with the... That is a technical glitch, because this guy's supposed to be in that section of the graveyard we just went through. I don't know what he's doing here. I think that's happened to me before. I don't know why that's there. Alright, well, I might as well buy this now. We need this for a mission. This is a zombie car. It sucks. Seriously, that thing sucks. I don't want to drive it. We need it for a mission. But the zombie car is pretty bad. In fact, let's get Mr. Burns' limo. Where is it? It would come under M, wouldn't it? There we go.
Can you come and get me? I'll pay you in back, Rob.
Sure.
Very fast, but pretty poor acceleration. Smithers is constantly driving. And yes, it's the same limo that we had to destroy and race against in level 1. This is still here. That wasn't there before those things. I don't know what all this army stuff's supposed to be, but... What? I was nowhere near the car. Homer, why are you getting in? The prompt wasn't even there. There we go. That was all the gags? Okay, I'm going to convince that's a typo, because I'm pretty sure that I have not hit 15 gags. There is no way that is 15. Then again, I'm thinking level 1.
Are you ready for fun?
No, I don't think there's... I can't think of any in level 1 that I haven't grabbed, except for the one in Homer's workplace, but I guess to make up for that, we had we did have to go through Mr. Burns. We had the bed in Bart's room. How much is this guy charge me? I need to get to the other end of the level. That's easy. I don't want to get 50 coins. I need to reset my car. Yeah, the problem with the wager race here is that it does send you back. So long. You gotta go all the way to the other end because there isn't a wager race in the other direction. Let's use the Canyonero. Hey, Marsh.
Wait right there. I just need to finish cleaning.
I like how Marsh doesn't seem to acknowledge the fact that it's Homer. Right, now let's try doing the time trial race. That should do it. At least get 100 coins. But yeah, while this is the highest earning time trial race in the game, the main problem that comes from it though is that if you want to keep doing it to get coins, you're gonna have to keep on going back and forth through the level, because there isn't a time trial that's sent in the other direction. I mean, you have the checkpoint race, so if you want to try and do it without being at risk of getting a hit and run, which is very easy to do in this level, then you can do that, but that doesn't stop the fact that you have to keep. Oh no, I need to stay in my car. Oh, isn't that just a lovely respawn point? That's probably gonna cost me the race now. Again, that means you made me lose 50 coins, Marsh. Because we can't get to the school in this amount of time. Shortcuts or not. It's only 20 seconds. Canyon Arrow may not have been the best choice, because while it's fairly fast, it doesn't have very good acceleration. So yeah, try not to have that mistake in the graveyard, but what is going on with the controls for this thing? It's going all over the place. Yeah, getting a hit and run is very easy to do in this level. I'm not worried about them. Don't drive into the police car when that happens, because otherwise they can still bust you. I don't know why. What's going on with the controls? Like, Homer just ran right into that sign, even when I wasn't even holding up. We talked to Skinner. Tonight's that edutainment talent show. Whatever. What does that say? Smash something. Smashed human brains. Nice. Sounds delicious. Where can I get some? Alright, let's head back to the poor area. Well, let's do the circuit race first, then head back to the poor area.
Hey, I found my lost nachos.